No, so let's see what happens here for RSG versus NXP on game number 1.
Yep, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen, going right into the land of dawn. Game number 1, and next play versus RSG.
Yeah, it seems to be good. I feel like it's going to be a little bit more of a chill laning phase here for NXP. They really don't want to fight as much as possible. And I think that will be limited to the big turtle fight, so expect our camera should definitely be looking around those turtles. No invades as well, probably. Yeah, there you go, probably. It'll be also detrimental for RSG to try to go for stuff like this, except for maybe when that Paquito hits level 4. Yeah.
I kind of want to talk about this Ruby versus Benedetto matchup. I would say that Ruby actually has a better laning phase against this Benedetto, because if he doesn't lose early trades, the bonus armor, bonus protection that you get from Ruby's passive is more than enough for you to tank a little bit of the damage from the Phantom Slash, and the overall sustain of the Ruby, especially with Haas Claws, could definitely just survive around that area. It's going to force Benedetto to just, farm up instead of going up around the map and getting kills for your team.
Hey, actually just need that item. Like Haas Claws, you're fine for like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sustained matchup and kind of in favor that they have. The question here is, for me personally, is RSG being known for a very aggressive kind of start early game. And next play EVOS actually, as well, also being known for a pretty aggressive early game. Now, Rockhart, like, who comes out on top of each other here? I mean, based on their team compositions and play styles, who is going to have that advantage coming into the first big objective, that turtle?
I don't know, man. NXP doesn't look like they want to give it up anytime soon, but at the same time, they're not really positioned to go for it. Especially if Renegade gets picked off, and that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, I mean, the first blood going over to Heath, though, here on this Grok. But they do find a pick, and again, like I said, next play will have
to go for it.
Yeah, they're going to have to stop them from this because they will snowball if it's not controlled. Real-world manipulation coming down as well, and they're trying to zone them out. The turtle is secured here by Demon Kite, and they're going to be smart to back off here.
Yeah, very nice attempt there for H2O. He could have actually gotten it. Like, I know this guy. I've seen this guy play. Takes like that, he can actually go for it, especially if he's not harassed. Heath did a pretty good job there of slowing down that turtle bush and making sure no one can camp around it. Great placement of the Guardian Barrier.
Yeah,
You're good, man?
You're good.
I'm good, sorry.
Was what I said too shocking for you?
Yeah, too
I thought there was going to be a follow-up.
I was going to say something, but then again, the water from my throat just rose up. And I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
When I think about it, that turtle fight definitely just shows that RSG is better skirmishes at this point of the game. Despite having an Alice who's going to pop up by late game, the Grok just offers so much.
Yeah, I mean,
great for Heath.
That's one of the strengths of a Paquito jungle as well, especially in the hands of Demon Kite, And hold on,
these guys.
Heath actually just checking there, but he's going to go back. And the power of Paquito, time and time again, whether he's in the side lane or he's in a jungle, I mean, there's a reason why he's banned so much, but at the same time, when he's left open, I feel like in the hands of someone like Demon Kite, he'll be able to really help his team out here. And again, they need it. They need to 2-0 next play EVOS here for that playoff spot. So we'll have to see if he can live up to that. And again, it's not all Demon Kite. The entire team of RSG really has very good synergy with each other, whether it's a side lane or a player like Demon Kite. Now, look at the damage that I'm talking about right here. Demon Kite focused on Yelly Haze. The kill coming out this time from Eve. Cleans it up with the wild charge while Aqua is doing the work to zone Yaoi out.
That's Flicker plus wild charge. It looks like a lot, but if you think about it, yeah, kills in this phase of the game, especially even if it's an assist, going over to that Paquito, it just escalates their early game pressure so much. And Heath really doing a lot of work with this Grok so far.
Yeah, Demon Kite on this Paquito, I feel like they did expect that Demon Kite will be playing this Paquito, but they're not handling it as well as we expected.
Really.
Yeah, there's a wall. Good thing he was able to jump over there. This could be just pretty much another turtle going over to RSG. I gotta give it up to Eve, man. He's doing an amazing job zoning out next play Evo. So now we have a battle here, but will Yaknu get out? He does flicker, but there's the feathered airstrike come down, but it's not gonna be enough to finish him off.
Yeah, he's definitely with the MVP performance here in the bot side of NXP, at least trying to get some pressure into RSG. They gotta find that weakness. It's not always gonna be on mid, it's not always gonna be on Heath. At least they're trying to find it in Yaknu this time.
Did you notice, Womi, the first item being picked up there, this time around by Aqua?
Aqua on that brute force breastplate.
Yeah, for the first item.
You know what? I feel like that's...
They get that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
If you're going for utility, what I did see in the items for after brute force breastplate, it seems like he's gonna go for the Ice Queen 1.
Oh, yeah.
Utility build
Full
here.
utility.
Yep, they're getting crashed down here. Yawi's in trouble. Tries to time his range, not enough. Feathered airstrike come down to help out. Will it be enough? Grabs a kill. Finally, Heath going down. And this is a trade there this time around. And nice job there for next play Evos to pick up a kill.
Hey, good utilization as well. Yelly Haze making sure that there's always going to be a trade if RSG tries to go for something cheeky. So far, it is working out a lot. Hesa, though, in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, he had to flicker out there. That would have been a kill going over to RSG again. And going back to that early pickup on the brute force breastplate, I mean,
It's for the move speed and the tankiness. I guess it's not super bad. It's just usually seen on fighters.
yeah, I mean, it'll help them out, especially with the team comp the next play Evos has. Naps going down this time. H2O picks up that kill.
Love the isolation, by the way, for NXPE, knowing that you can't lifesteal out of anything right now. This is where we take it. And they take him out very, very easily there around the crab area.
Now, adding to that brute force breastplate pickup coming in for Aqua, I feel like it's more of a team choice. Like, they know for a fact that there's one thing that Aqua has to do absolutely in mid lane.
For sure.
It's to approach real-world manipulation, just give them a little bit of utility, and apart from that, do not die to H2O. So when you have like a brute force breastplate as your first item, it just gives you so much defensive stats.
Yep. And Hessa's gonna get taken out. I mean, they're trading objectives here. They did give up the turtle. They're gonna grab a turret down there. Now there's action on top. Yaoi flickers out. He actually survived so far. Demon Kite looking to get Renegade though, but he's not gonna be able to catch him. And trading objectives is pretty much what they have to do at this point.
Man, looking real good here so far. Both teams not really giving out too much. Even NXP prioritizing that third turtle, make sure they've got some spike here, at least in the mid game, so they can get to that late game sweet spot that their composition really thrives on.
Yeah, and I just kind of want to see the items for H2O here. He did pick up some Hunter Strike right now, and when we look at hero, like the Hayabusa, it's usually around 2 items, and we are looking at the items right now for the Hayabusa here. He is currently running a War Axe and a Hunter Strike, so the time is now. Need to find that one target and capitalize from there.
And again, Hessa getting caught out here. 0, 2, and 1. He does get focused on at the top. They're going to trade a turret for that as well. Nas backing off because there's 3 members of Next Play Evos here. And they're going to be crashing down. I mean, again, trading objectives is the way this game is going right now.
Yeah. Not to mention that, of course, you know, H2O is really scared right now with the turtle buff, so no one really wants to go near him, especially on your own, because you are going to get very much whittled down there. Yelly Haze with an off-cam kill there on mid.
Yeah, and actually getting it off Demon Kite, so that's going to be a huge pickup for Next Play Evos in general there.
Looking good so far here for NXP. I have to say, evening on the gold, that's pretty massive, right?
It is massive, especially with the early game power spike of Demon Kite. We did see RSG secure 2 turtles early on and win almost every fight that they saw. Right now, as you said, the mid-game power spike for NXPE already being felt here by RSG. This is very important. The Lord, I mean. If RSG is able to take down this Lord, it's going to be great for them. But if NXPE takes this, you need to expect that they're probably going to win this by mid-game.
Yep, and here they come in. The Lord is taken by Next Play Evos. H2O secures that one, but there's a whole battle going on. Feathered airstrike coming down, and they're just going to back off. They know they got the Lord. They do lose Yaoi. Now they have to defend against the push for RSG.
Yep, every single moment that happens, man. RSG is just looking like they're taking the back step, although they are fighting on other fronts they can take, especially on the side of Hessa.
Yeah, and they actually,
Red team hero
surprisingly, they
has been
take
slain.
2 down there for next play EVOS. And again, the Lord is just a level 1 Lord. It's going to march down the bottom. So RSG still finding picks, finding some wins here and there around the map. And they have to keep the momentum going because score-wise, yes, they're ahead. Gold-wise, not that much.
That's right, NXP still got that power. I don't think they're even showing it that much yet. H2O hasn't really been part of a big fight like in the past, like how many minutes, right? So when the fight actually arrives, RSG might be taken by surprise by the amount of damage this guy can do, especially right now, just locking in.
Yeah, but we have to look at the items for Iyaknu as well. He's nearing that Holy Crystal build, but it's already completed with 3 items. This is a massive atlas for RSG. And XBE, they need to be careful around Iyaknu.
Blue team turret
Yeah,
has
there
been
you go.
destroyed.
He's going to go ahead and try to defend that lane, but there's 3 members there. Actually make it 4. Renegade actually going to survive, though. Able to clear the minions out with that Electo final blow. So that is one of the strengths of Benedetta there. And as you mentioned, I mean, we're at the 11 mark, Rockhart, and you're starting to see these itemizations come in. 2 items for most, some 3, depending on what role they're playing. So how does next play EVOS take these small wins that they have? It's not a very big goal gap at all. It's very even, but score-wise, what does next play EVOS have to do to come out on top here?
Well,
Actually,
That's exactly what they do.
what they gotta do. Find a pickoff,
Find one.
they do. And there you go. That's an Iyaknu going down. So they
Massive.
actually get him down. That's huge.
That's a big misstep there for RSG. Like, there is no way, you have no right to be out of the map at this point, especially if you have no big outs. Catching Iyaknu is pretty big. He was pretty far off, and everyone was already there when he decided, like, you know what, I gotta get out of here. So that was way too late.
Yeah, the answer to my question was pretty much happened as soon as
Right
I
there.
put it out there. Yeah, Feathered Airstrike coming down, fighting for the purple. Heath is in trouble, but they're working their hardest. Real world manipulation coming down too. Yowie misses. That's gonna be a killing spree for Aqua. Pops the brilliance. Hessa gets out of there. Everybody on the retreat here. RSG still in control.
Yeah, the biggest problem of that fight is actually Yellowhaze very far away. Did he cast the Feathered Airstrike, not really in range of anyone significant, actually had to extend towards the edge of the Feathered Airstrike to hit someone near the bush. So that might have been a misstep there, might have been a too early call there for NXP.
Yeah, and so far we are waiting for 1 minute before the Luminous Lord spawns. This is going to be massive for RSG if they want to close it out before late game starts, or we might even be in the late game already.
I think so, yeah.
We are looking at a very, I feel like this feels like a slow game, but it's actually rather quick. We're looking at very well farmed heroes here. All of them deal significant amount of damage. I'm just waiting for Hessa, that one big Hessa play, but he's currently 0-3-1.
It would be very passive this game,
Very
right?
passive. You could say the same for Renegade, who's 0-2-0.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I was going to go back to, what I said earlier in this matchup. All the members of RSG pretty much play so well in their lanes. I mean, we talk a lot about Demon Kite, but, I mean, look at Aqua, look at Heath. Like, everybody on that team does their role so well, and I think that's a key to RSG's success so far, as a lot of people were wondering how they would perform. So, and again, next play EVOS also, every member on there is just waiting to pop off here. They are getting close. It is, again, we're at 13 minutes. Luminous Lord is now up, and now we're going to get into that first big team fight shortly here for that Lord. And that's going to be a huge deciding factor objective-wise and map presence-wise, whoever gets that Lord.
It's going to be pretty huge, and I know that both teams know it. Getting ready to go for that one. Again, I think this is going to be
Yowie.
really big if Yowie gets picked up here.
Yowie has to flicker out to survive. They actually, I mean, no flicker
That's
on
big.
Yowie. Yeah, but he does have the conceal still, and he goes ahead and just checks the bush, gets out of there. RSG pushing them out. Meanwhile, there's still a push up top too with H2O and Renegade. So they're trying to keep them busy around this Lord pit.
Yeah, that's the power of the H2O pick here. The Hayabusa and the Benedetta just give so much split push advantage, and you don't really expect it, but when it happens, you're just, my god, why don't we have turrets anymore?
Yeah, the Demon Kite actually will not be able to chase off both of them. They're going to have to choose one.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Can't go for a Flying Ninja and flying swordsman at the same time.
Man, a flying swordsman. That's the first time I've
He's a
heard.
flying boxer, but you know, you gotta choose one.
Yeah, a lot of flying people, honestly, in this match. A lot of dashes, and I'm not surprised that the Phobius get banned or something.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it didn't.
It didn't, actually. And this might be the go signal from Next Play EVOS, unless they're just going to try to bait this out. Again, you still have Renegade in the top, but he's going to have to be kind of babysat there and make sure that he doesn't just push that lane out. So again, both sides are just buying time. I mean, the longer this game goes, though, I want to say Next Play EVOS has a good potential here to pop off the later the game goes, but at the same time, when you have Iaknu on this Alice, they have to be concerned about that late game potential from that Alice.
Yeah, RSG is not going to be able to at least commit anything major because that wave on top side just keeps crashing and crashing and crashing. You gotta leave someone, you gotta send someone there, and the Lord fights all the way up here.
Yeah.
So you can see the dilemma here of RSG is very, very clear.
That's what's hard though. RSG doesn't really have that type of hero. I mean, other than Demon Kite, maybe, that can clear, you know, those minion waves and push it up so fast, though, in comparison to what Next Play EVOS has. And that's why they're winning kind of that split map pressure kind of strategy that they're running right now. They can just park Renegade up there the whole time if they want to, while keeping the majority of RSG around that Lord.
Yeah, this game is basically NXP. It's all on NXP's terms. Like, no one can actually make a move without NXP kind of dictating it. RSG can't do anything proactive. You gotta just react to everything happening on the map, and that's not a position that you want to be in.
Yeah.
Especially with tournament life, playoff lives on the line.
Yeah, for RSG, I feel like they need to make one decision and stick with it. The longer this dance goes, the longer NXPE gets better chances in winning this. If they decide on one thing, RSG needs to go all in for that one decision.
Yeah, the worse it gets for them, the longer they drag it out. So do it, and do it quick. While the waves are not right there.
Oh, look at the damage that Demon Kite actually has, though. He
1v1.
actually gets H2O to half health. But this is, again, constant, a kind of a back and forth between conceals and flickers and just checking bushes. And meanwhile, the top lane's still being pushed out.
Very interesting here. Just waiting for who's going to make a big boo-boo, as usual. That's like it's always the default here against NXP games. Like, they love dragging out games recently and waiting for their opponents to make just one minor thing. They're going to take that inch and take it turn into a mile.
Yeah, this might just be the mistake.
That might be the mistake for sure. Grabs a kill there. Naps goes down. Now there's some pressure in the top. They could just go ahead, continue to put pressure on the top lane. And now that Lord is going to be started here too, because another member of RSG has to go defend. Renegade still up there. Lord being worked on here by 3 members from Next Play EVOS. He's trying to do his best to give the vision. They might risk this. This could be good or bad. There's the real world manipulation plus the wild charge. Tyrant's range as well. And here comes the party. Yelly Hayes trying to get there in time. Does he have the feathered airstrike? Lord is less than a fourth of health. H2O doing his best. Renegade working his way down too. It's not reset yet. He gets the flick around. Demon Kite, Lord's finally reset. This could be a disaster. A double kill going over Demon Kite. He knows H2O's there.
Catch him.
He does get out. And now Next Play EVOS running for their lives here. Renegade still there. Hessa trying to get back to base as all members of RSG are hunting for them. They do get back. Renegade's still there though. Will he be able to survive? Demon Kite starts the Lord. 2 members of RSG. Are they going to just chase Renegade? No, sir. They're going to go ahead and start on the Lord. Meanwhile, Renegade's still in the middle, and you have H2O at the top. They could just be trading this Lord for some pressure.
Again, that's all fine here. Lord goes over to... Oh, wait. I think Renegade wanted to go for steal. Way too late, though.
Way too late, and they get a disengage there. RSG securing that Lord.
Yeah, that's going to be... I don't even know who won in that fight, because I feel like an inhibitor turret is actually pretty massive here for RSG. Like, losing that, and again, so many split pushes on the other side just makes you wonder, like, alright, was it worth it to lose that inhib? But
honestly, it's going to depend on how RSG would play around this Lord. If they get more out of this Lord push,
get more value.
Yeah, more value.
Yeah, they're down 3 turrets.
They need to play this well. If they don't play this Lord well, NXP is just gonna roll over and move on.
That's a very tall order here, because right now RSG looks like they are going to be the team fighting team. Lots of sturdy players here with the Grok, with even their jungle core is actually pretty sturdy, if I may say so myself, and the Acnu and Nats as well. So it's going to be an uphill battle here.
Renegade and Demon Kite up on the top, dealing with each other 1 versus 1, and now we have the defense here coming out from Next Play EVOS. Will Renegade go back, or will he just continue to push those lanes and cut those minions out? Again, now the bottom turret being worked on. Here comes the Lord charge. That might be a turret going down. Yaoi trying to do his best, but it gets canceled out, unfortunately. There's the real-world manipulation coming down. Can they help him out? Yaknu has to get out of there. Yaoi flickers out on top of it, too. Lord is still up, but it's eventually going to go down. That's going to be a turret going over to RSG. Meanwhile, Renegade pushing this bottom.
No minions, though. So
No
that means
minions.
he's just trying to cut that, make sure the pressure is still flowing here. Will be intercepted soon. This could be big here. Demon Kite on the chase.
Demon Kite on the chase. Can he take down the Hitman? That's the question. Renegade doing his best, but the immortality in Demon Kite's favor. He's still going to go for it, though. 1 versus 1. Who comes out on top of this one? Renegade getting knocked out. That's one jab. He goes down. Renegade still alive. The Electro final blow coming out. He gets out of here. RSG on the hunt for Renegade. Will he be able to survive? Nice job by Aqua. The immortality is there now, but will it be enough? Renegade moving and grooving, but he finally goes down. The immortality's up. Does he have what it takes to survive? The eye for an eye comes out on top. If he's still alive, 2 members. He bought so much.
God!
The Hitman.
Man, that's just the Benedetta for you. You put it in talented hands, you get highlights like that one.
My
One
goodness.
small misplay there for Renji, one wrong button click, that would have been his life. And he played that as perfect as you can get.
Yeah, now H2O might be in trouble. Actually, he gets out of there just in time. They committed a lot there. And again, another Lord is going to be up here in about a minute, so they have to make sure that they don't slip up, because at 21 minutes in, death timers are starting to get pretty lengthy.
Really is. Right now, Aqua and the rest of the squad just keep their eyes on Renegade. What's this guy doing? Everywhere else on the map. This guy literally just getting all the attention. Showtime, baby.
Houdini, boy. I mean, he's doing what he has to do. He's pushing and forcing RSG to respond. That is a huge thing for Next Play EVOS. Again, he's going to have to keep doing that until this next Lord comes out, and we're going to see another Lord dance while there's split pressure around the map.
Yeah.
Imagine being 0-2 and still having impact in the game.
And that's just how it is. Like, at this point, like, the score doesn't really matter as much because of your itemization. 22 minutes, everyone's kind of happy, right? Even your Boss 5's kind of happy here. So we are going to be able to get some of that momentum. Like, imagine the guys who won the Lord fight are the ones who are on the defense right now. Like, that's how massive that Vendetta play is in the past few minutes.
Both tanks just sitting in there, giving both their teams a vision. Again, the Lord is up. You have 2 members of Next Play EVOS in the bottom. And they're going to come up because this is going to be a very huge fight for whatever team decides to grab the Lord first, or whatever team makes the first mistake. That's going to be a huge turning point for this game.
Yeah, this should be very, very big here if someone slips up. So I feel like everyone is just going to have to get their names on that bush, set up a tent, you know, get some good meat.
Yep, and you know,
Camp out.
Yaoi and Heath, they've seen each other inside the bush, and they did nothing to each other. They're like,
Yeah.
yep, we're here. We're just gonna wait for our teammates to do something, right?
Yeah, I guess they're both aware that, you know what, nothing's gonna happen anyway, so let's just say hi.
Let's just say hi.
Just
Yeah.
right,
Have a fun time.
yeah.
I mean, look what they're doing. Next Play EVOS isn't even around the Lord right now. I mean, aside from Yelly Hayes, he's there, but they're pretty much trying to set up for some moment here. H2O, he's going to be fine. He gets away. He's a ninja. He has so much mobility. Renegade is the question mark here. He's actually going to be okay as well.
Do you really want to chase Renegade right now? I don't think so. Even with that 5-man squad, everyone's getting set up on the Lord here.
Yeah, this time around, though, again, Demon Kite pretty much has to babysit against Renegade, because if no one is doing that, Renegade will just continue to knock down these inhibitor turrets here. Lord is up, Immortality's being bought, so we're at a point in the game where it's just going to come down to whatever team secures this Lord first. That's going to be most likely that final push. They're pumping out a lot of damage. Who's going to get this one, though? There's the Squid Game coming out of the land of Dawn. There you go, the Lorkin taken by Yowie. And now, can they actually clean this up here? Here comes Demon Kite, H2O trying to run too. A flicker from Yelly Haze. Can he survive? That's going to be Yaknu getting a stun over here on top of Yowie. Yowie's in trouble, but hold on, look at Renegade. He's still there pushing. The Lord is in their favor, so okay. Next play, Evo still in the game despite 2 members going down, but none of RSG go down.
Yeah, and Lord's going to be walking on top side. Really going to be easily taken care of here by RSG. Man, that was actually really good there for NXP. He did not have the Retribution secure, but still had the, apparently just the AoE.
The Kufra bouncing ball.
Bouncing ball and that cursed helmet probably, I don't know.
God.
The power of that Kufra bouncing ball.
The Kufra bouncing ball.
There's the shadow kill.
Bouncing ball.
Oh, look at the feathered airstrike damage though. Hold on, he pops the winter, trying to survive. He goes down. Goodbye, Yaknu. They get a kill there for next play, Evos.
And a 1 for none.
Down. 1 for none.
That was a 1 for none. That's pretty massive with NXP still going on bot side. Lots of pressure here. Again, you gotta be careful here if you are Reggie, but looks like he's gonna be able to get some damage in while everyone's so busy on top side.
And they're still having a hard time here defending against this Lord marching as well. Yelly Haze pumping out the feathered airstrike. Renegade gets that turret in the bottom again. RSG doing their best to defend here. They're left with 1 turret.
Lots of good fun here. They're having a lot of fun. Right now, NXP wants to get this done quickly.
Renegade trying to pull them to him. He gets them over, sacrifices himself so they can get the turret. Turret down, all turrets of RSG are down. Now what can next play Evos do to close out game number 1?
You know what, I think the Headman actually did his job pretty well. Like get the attention of the enemy, make stuff happen. I think that's so critical, and he did it on all counts.
Yeah, I mean, critical point there, because again, if you're going to sacrifice yourself there for that turret, that last one in the base, and you spend the majority of your time pretty much split pushing and causing them to answer to you. Now the base of RSG is open, next play Evos can continue to do what they've been doing for the past 5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah, there you go. I think this should be it. Everyone is pretty happy, pretty healthy in the itemization. They can go for one more big fight. RSG's on the next though.
Sorry, what's our record for the longest game again?
29.
29
I think
minutes.
it's 29.
29 minutes. All right. If this reaches 30 minutes, then we might be breaking another record tonight. But RSG, they might just finish this up.
RSG looking to push in here. Gets the real world manipulation down. There's the feathered airstrike clearing the minions out. Yelly Haze says no sir. Also H2O trying to cut the lane there. Pops the shadow kill to clear the minions. And again, they're okay. Next play Evos back in here. Renegade coming up soon as well.
I don't know why RSG even tries to go for it. You know you're not going to catch him anyway, so good effort at least from them. Now there you go. The actual thing that they have to do is get these lanes in check. Make sure the lanes are on proper flow so your gate can get in good position for the next team fight. Again, who's going to make the big move here? Who's going to make the bold play coming up next here? Again, as long as the lanes are fine, like, even if inhibs are down, like RSG doesn't really have to worry that much. But again, H2O doesn't seem to care about the team fights right now. He just wants to make sure these lanes are on the side of NXT's favor.
Yep, and now you got 4 members of RSG up here, focusing on the turrets, forcing Renegade back a little bit. But again, next play Evos pretty much just waiting for that next Lord to come up. They're set up in vision locations here. That'll help them out. Let's see if they can get a pick off. Yowie looking to charge up here. He gets stopped though. Of course, Heath is there as well. Pops out the wall. Lord finally comes up. Renegade's still in the top. H2O in the jungle grabbing his buffs. So we'll have to see how this plays out coming into the next most crucial Lord.
Yeah, because right now Heath, his effectivity in the team fights, he doesn't really have that much damage. Crowd control is very negligible as well. So he's all just for vision for the meantime. So I think RSG might actually be a little bit behind here. Now we are approaching 30 minutes. There's 29.
Yeah, wait a game. I feel like a few minutes from now we will get our new record for the longest game season 8. But to add to that, Lord at this point, RSG, their choice to put back the Ruby to defend against Renegade, that's the best choice that they want to do. They can't send the Alice. If they send the Alice, they're going to lose their entire team fight capacity, especially during the late game.
Yeah, I think Nats is the one that they can afford to kind of lose in the fights. After I'm offended, usually you don't really do much anymore. So yeah, keep that Alice nearby. Make sure you're ready for the fight. Make sure you're ready to contest, because there's no way you're letting this go for free if you're RSG.
Yeah, that Alice pick for Reactor is going to be crucial here in their success. But again, they can continue to keep doing what they do for Next Play EVOS to just push the lanes out. I mean, their base turrets are still up. They have 2 up, 1 down, whereas RSG has none down, none available to them. So that's why Renegade is just staying there as much as possible here. RSG definitely playing this safe. I mean, both teams, again, this is a huge weekend where all these teams pretty much need to get these wins for their playoff spots. Despite Next Play EVOS being already in the playoffs, they need the points to have a better position there. So again, you can see Renegade in the top doing his best, pushing them out, and Next Play EVOS is going to go ahead and just reset this Lord.
Yeah, everyone, I think we talked about this before the match started. Like, we know everyone's gonna expect long games, rather. Expect long games from each and every one of these players starting today, starting Friday, because everyone's gonna be just so scared to make a move. Like, unless it's like a unanimous decision of the team, right? Everyone's just gonna be so cautious. And that's really not something that makes for short games. Everything's going to be a long game here on that.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the longer ones we've had so far.
Perhaps the longest already.
The longest, yeah. And, I mean, at this point, it's just going to come down to this. You can see them trying to make plays here. Yawi is trying to set up his team to find a pick here. But at this point, RSG is just parking E to the front, getting the vision that he needs for RSG, and it's not going to work against T.
Yeah, and Renegade has just been farming in that lane or just managing the waves non-stop. It has been a thorn in RSG's neck for the longest time in this game. And RSG, I feel like if they do find a pickoff, could be anyone, but specifically on Renegade, it's going to be a big breathing room for them to just make plays. The thing that's stopping them to just show their full potential is Renegade. How can you even keep them in check without Nats? Yes, you have the Alice damage, but you kind of need Nats to group them up.
At this point, RSG can only fight like S4. Someone always has to stay behind and make sure to answer all of these lanes. The only time you can actually leave someone out of the base is if those minions are like way past the bush, or way past the river rather.
Yeah, I think it's going to come down to kind of that technical micro skill of Renegade. As you can see here, he's pulling more members of RSG down. This might be the go signal for them to start something. Renegade also getting chunked really low. That's going to be an unstoppable going over to Demon Kite. That's 1 member down. That's huge for RSG.
It's like the first kill that happened in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Seriously. I don't think they fought any time. So
it's like we're watching soccer.
Yeah, exactly.
There's the shadow kill on top of Nas, but he's going to be okay. Does flicker out, still has the immortality as well. Again, there's not much that can be done here. No one even wants to start the Lord because Next Play still has, I mean, they still have the potential to grab kills if RSG makes a mistake. Demon Kite might be pulling the signal here.
Yeah, you know what RSG saw? They saw, hey wait, look, H2O's on top side. Get started on that Lord. That should have been the call there. They are going for it. H2O's not in position to contest.
Yeah, he might just try to push that lane out. They're actually going to force them to reset it here, though. Heath trying to do his best to zone them out, probably telling them to keep going for this Lord. Will they be able to secure it? Real world manipulation come down. Here you go. That's the initiation. Hessa comes in too with the flicker. H2O joining the party. Shadow kill coming out. Hits the minion way too many times though, unfortunately. And there you go. They both back off. 1 member going down for Next Play EVOS.
In this game, aura effects are more effective than retribution.
True.
Apparently. Like, all of the aura effects from the Alice,
Bouncing Ball, Alice Blood.
Oh my god, seriously.
I mean, they got the Lord there, but
if it works.
If it works, man, if it works. I guess maybe the junglers are utilizing almost everything just to get those kills right, get that retribution on the heroes. I haven't seen them even try to go for the retry there.
The question is, can Next Play EVOS actually defend against this Lord plus the buffed up minions?
That's a good
Big
question.
question
right? That's
to
a good
ask.
question. I mean, they did a good job of pushing those inhibitor turrets, but the problem is, you can't really. That doesn't really even out. These big Lord minions might be just as fierce.
Yeah, a little bit stronger, a little bit more chunkier.
Yeah, look
Quite
at that. It's even
literally.
bigger.
Yeah,
If you look at those tanks,
Yeah,
who is bigger?
the
Right?
empowered ones, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, RSG, they do have the late game potential to end it all right now. NXPE, wave clear. They have the Lunox, they have the Farsa, but is it enough to defend against 3 waves?
We're about to find out. They're working the Lord. They lose the mid turret. Top still alive. Here comes the initiation. They're backing off though. They have to take down the Lord here. Yawi trying to do his best. Real world manipulation down as well. They're so much slow. The wild charge too. They actually clear out the Lord and the minions. And now we could be seeing a very even game. Here comes the initiation, the pull as well. There's the brilliance. Now the feathered airstrike coming down. The shutdown going over to Renegade. He's working. Trying to catch Heath if he can. Forces the flick around from Naz too. They're on the hunt. Here comes Yelly
Look at
Haze.
the Hitman.
He misses it though. Hitman's there. Now he's trying to get a Yakdu. That's going to be a kill going over to Yelly Haze. Hold on, he's actually in trouble. That was an immortality from Naz. Now Renegade in trouble.
Yeah,
3
the
versus
played
1. Can Hessa get there to help him in time? Renegade trying to do his best, focusing on the Yakdu. He has nowhere to go. He's working on him really, really hard. Will he be able to get him down? Here comes Hessa, the brilliant
Nice catch.
pop. Nice catch. The teamwork
Darkness,
coming out. Double
Darkness,
kill. Hessa
Chaos
coming
bolts.
out. Chaos bolts too. Can Aqua get away though?
Yeah, that's game.
And now, here you go. Next play, EVOS coming in. Takes him down. The immortality's going to be bombed. It's only a matter of time. Ladies and gentlemen, next play, EVOS taking game number 1.
That was impressive. Like, the comms between Hessa and Renegade to make sure that it was like you're corralling beef or cows at that point, right?
I mean,
That was beautiful.
like, there's the TPs, the recalls, and I mean, a good game though from both
beautiful.
teams. Very long. I believe that was our longest game.
I believe so.
Yeah.
And
So